It's the whole
But I
playground.
mean, they
All
have.
right, we'll see what
they
start.
have this guy.
Quite a bit towards B for Leviatán.
All right. So Lev on defense,
start.
Loud on attack.
They're gonna go ahead and just get the cascade game going over towards A
Okay,
with some of these walls.
Quick bit of pressure over
And then turn and watch
towards
mid,
A.
as we would
Do a
expect.
knife, they
So
do a wall to
Loud
block.
start off this
Question
one
mark
would
created.
love to
That
have a bit of
is
momentum on this game.
gonna
Losing their map
probably
Lotus was not on the cards.
from rotate.
And already a headshot to count seen through a wall.
And he started off at a spot where he loves to play in his pistol rounds, but this time with the Sheriff, yes,
Up dash
does a
before
lot
you
of
do it,
damage on
or?
the Coward Zine. But Loud are all grouped up together.
Okay, so the
A
knife's gonna
five-player
hit
attempt
him.
of a hit towards
That
his
comes
B side.
back.
Dash still available for Icebox. There's that recon to come down. The flash to get yellow control, but he's getting walled through it. And that's first blood now for Loud. An opportunity to move inside this B site. But remember, they don't have a Gecko to play now for Loud. They have to
That's a
commit
nice flash,
inside
man.
this site, but
Dude,
the rest
king,
of Leviatán
savior.
were waiting just there behind the B site. Text from the top, gets that pick, and Les is now alone in a 1 versus 2. Who better than Les now in a clutch situation that can turn it back around for Loud? As he picks up the spike, he's looking to fall back.
All right. 65 on that.
The problem for him is
Pretty healthy on the side of Tex
fact
here.
that the
He's
Cove is
hitting
gonna be here
all
for the
these shots
retake
as
on
they
A.
play together. 20
gonna have to
seconds.
try and play close sight.
There's gonna have to be some running soon here.
The fact he has a molly, he might try and play off
Chooses
sight.
right. I think he knows he'll have the sight at least for this moment.
The molly
so
could also counter
I
the
think idea
Cove
is
if they
to
play it
try
right.
to push forward, right?
If
But I
he
don't
goes
think he'll have
default
time.
and tries to go safe, there's a nanoswarm there. Boom, hits him.
Whoa.
Down to 6.
Whoopsies, that timing. What
Whoa.
is that timing?
Yeah, that was
At least he recalled
unbelievable
the
from
turret here and
Tex.
is able to get
Timing
a
on
little
that.
bit of information to play on both
Yeah, he
angles
has to
of
fight close
this
because of
B
the
site.
Cove.
Destroyed.
There's a frenzy herd.
Oh.
Now the high tide across, and that blocks the vision.
Dang.
Bold players of Leviatán walking behind the site, unless potentially was looking to wrap around, but he's trying to play it safe instead.
Yeah, Tex with that timing on it too. Start getting the taps on the spike and pull less out.
While Bezino still has the Cove, very much difficult to get in. That's
No, there's no way he didn't get off the spike when he popped
Didn't even
in.
stop. Oh man, Lev just walking in there. I think he was
That's
glued to the
inhuman.
spike,
That's not
honestly.
normal, man.
As
Surely
Zeno
no
does
one
go down
sticks
in the end,
that.
but they get that one nicely done by Lev. The control on the site, and I'd say, obviously, honestly, the Harbor Omen composition towards B first on pistols is extremely tough, especially with that wall that crosses the site.
It's
towards
so
the right
good in the
side.
overview.
Hopping in and out for, as you saw, King there, or anybody else on defense.
All right.
becomes quite
What?
easy without the
So they get a
follow-up
plant, so they
utility.
can buy a
It just
little bit more
really
into
isn't
it.
there for the pistol round that they
He
would
didn't
have.
even flinch.
So Lev
That's
grabs
insane,
round
isn't it?
Number 1. Still orb
I'm so
focus here,
shocked
going
by it.
Straight towards mid of maze.
Nice cascade here.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
giving a
Aspas
chance
is
for
getting
Aspas to
wrecked
pick.
at the moment.
And Sadak just surprises him by going towards the left side, and looks like
Having to get his
Aspas
team to
wasn't
bail
ready
him out
for
a
it.
little bit.
Wall comes down, and there's going to be 2 players looking to
Whoa,
looks like
whoa,
Couple's got
whoa,
caught with
boy,
utility.
what is going on
Will
here?
get caught. Kauzin gets that pick, still an advantage for Loud.
7 bullets,
They
he can
split it
only
over
really
to
get one
the
more.
A side. Not an opportunity to plant
Reload,
yet.
of course.
And now that time actually has turned around to give a chance for Leviatán to move inside the A site, but it continues to be back and forth trades.
Last player standing.
Lower weapons for Loud, and they're still answering
Shots.
with Sheriff. Now the jump spot spotted. King.
4 bullets.
No second swing out from
As
Pencana
his
with
wall.
the Sheriff. He has enough fuel for this wall to come up. Now starts the tap on that spike. Off the rappel.
It's so
Looks like he ran out of
stupid.
bullets. Thankfully,
Okay,
it was
nice.
the Sheriff with 6 bullets in the chamber.
Nice.
That saves
Nice round, I guess.
from what could have been a dreadful 1v1.
I did not know the first 2 rounds were tickets to the comedy show. These,
Yeah,
the way these
it's
ones
such
ended are
a
just
good round.
ridiculous. The full
The whole
defuse
thing
on
was
the last
stupid.
one, and just a slow broke Tarzan play coming in on the last, or second round rather. All right. Yeah. Thank you for both POVs on that, observers. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh.
Even that's like, what is going on
What is
there?
happening on
Okay.
my screen? Okay.
The rounds.
Bonus is not great.
So
They got
might
a
get little
hero
bit of a push from
outlaw,
Leviatán on B here.
and
Really
we got
hard
no one that
ball,
can get
shut
one
things
shot.
down and give positioning so they can get Aspas online with this outlaw.
And now
again.
they know there's an outlaw here.
The knife forces Aspas to shoot both shots of the outlaw. They were trying to deny this orb here at the long B side, especially with the high tide that was thrown through. At least they got control of the A orb for Leviatán.
You can see a lot of damage done to Lev over these rounds still, so you get the Sheriff by.
What happened earlier where he got the recon
Still is
and then
dangerous
dashed
with
into the
shots
wall?
these guys
I
have been
think
hitting,
pulling
especially on
back
from
does
Lotus.
make a lot of sense.
A mid lurk here could be big from Penkata if they just take their time to get into sight. That's a good enough time.
That's the second time as well that Icebox thought that he was going to land some sort of shot, and it just...
Icebox has been annihilated every single round. 0-3 first Fs, right?
But if they could do some damage just like Loud did, this could become very expensive for Loud as they flat down towards the B site.
Big
Wait.
pickup by Tex. It's
Wait,
going to
that's
be a
a-
weapon at the
the gun,
backside
right?
mid here if the rest of the team just holds on, but Khan's blind and cannot stay alive.
And neither can King, but at
Oh,
least
this one
Mazino's
gets
there.
pretty
2v2.
nuts.
Another 2 versus 2. Reckoning
Yeah, just
available, but not
buy
sure if they wanna
time for your
use it yet.
teammate here.
Still waiting
Got a
for
cove
Tex
as
to
well,
rotate
not that you
over
can
as he
see the spike.
upgraded into a
Yeah, the
vandal. Now
info's
he's
good
left
though.
alone.
See what he's
Mazino
got.
at least gets the information of where one of those players were and knows that Kawazin's towards the spawn. But he's still thinking that as Kawazin made it
Yeah, nicely
across
done from
towards that
Kanzan.
backside.
And they did
Wraps
enough to
around
make
orange
this
and allows
good
here
damage,
Loud
right? This
to
armor
get their
rebuy,
gun
got
round.
3 guns.
2-1 now as we have Leviatán
King
still
has
in the
enough
lead.
money to
Nice
throw
damage
an
from Lev.
op.
They'll be happy
to
with how
Aspas.
much they took away from Loud there, but Loud
Honestly.
very happy to get us strike in the win column there.
Spike planted.
Ooh. That's wild. The stuff Texas putting up. But Loud's going to be able to hold on Kawanzin with a 3K on that one. We start getting very close to Hunter's
no
Fury.
op,
Actually, a lot
because
is
he
on deck here in
Wouldn't have been
the
able to have armor.
ultimate realm for almost both teams. There's another push up from Lev here, this time without utility. So they're doing a little quiet. Loud's has not been ready to fight it once yet.
This
Oh
one
my.
too is so
Lev
nice.
has
Down.
Yeah.
That's a high-low 2 kill and spike down information given. And meanwhile, once again, Orb denied on the A side as Calm pushed forward to bring his Hunter's Fury up as soon as possible. But Loud now spread across the map.
Teams have been
just
doing
trying
this
to
a
win
little bit.
individual
They're,
fights
they're
when they
hovering
need
to here and then
potentially
hovering
just
to
group
here
up
at the
and save
beginning,
this
right?
one.
So when the
And you gotta
barrier
think of
goes down, they
implications
can't.
of what Lev is doing.
They don't realize that
If-
they're
if
on top of
Loud
the high
even want
ground.
that space anymore, it's going to cost them util. They can no longer walk into that. They're going to have to use early util, which won't allow them to clear yellow as much if they don't have a bolt or the.
And they were
drone
planning
ready
ahead
to
as well. They
use.
took the orb over
And it's
towards
just-
A.
Lev is getting
At the
in
beginning of
Loud's
this.
space so much to cause problems here. We'll just have to see how much it matters, because Lev can figure out a way around this with the brain of Sadak. Alert towards mid and still this B re-hit to come into play, but they're staring down 5 barrels of Lev.
Yeah, as you're mentioning here, the calls from Sadak over at Loud, and they are trying to commit here on some sort of B control. But they do know that
30
there's probably
seconds
players
left.
watching every single angle. Not an opportunity for Les to be the first one to activate. Nice reckoning too. That gets information on 2 players, and they'll identify this late lurk, but Les still is able to commit and win that fight against Calm. Meanwhile though, that leaves both players just stuck at yellow, and with no time left, that wall comes up just to help Penkata escape
no
if he
plant
can.
here.
The tap onto the spike as well, committed to run through. Questionable
Second.
plays across, and that's the round for Leviatán.
Yeah, it's just
Great
nice
hold.
from Lev. Just the
Honestly,
shutdown over
slowdown
towards
at
B, and
has
then
just shut Lev down so
Yeah.
much, and with the
Then
fact
it's
that
like
Loud
they didn't
committed
really have
so
much of a
to B, they didn't
option
know
to do
what the
anything.
A game was at Pipes, which has been pushed almost every round by Lev for the alt orb. So they had to consider somebody who was very far up there too, and just Aspas and King able to work this position. I mean, it was Aspas and Calm or Tex a few rounds ago, or Mazino. They've been switching up what that combination is, and it's just been working. And now switched up so much, they go away from it. Aspas will be pushing down mid with the help of Calm's utility. So what can Loud do? How do they get back into this? It's going to be a low buy, but we still saw these low buys.
the
going in
hero-
favor on Lotus.
Bucky.
Also have a
The
Vandal
hero
around that. That's
rifle
in the
on
hands of
Pancada.
Penkata. The Al drone to push Tex away, and that
And
is the pick
just-
coming out from King towards his A site.
Fake plant.
The shot ult,
Big plan to
alarm
waste
bot
that
goes,
util.
or alarm bot
Calzine
triggers, and
down
that's when you
to
pop
half
the ult.
HP as the code finally comes up to commit to the plant. King just trying to get the spray. Shot
Oh,
force!
nice shot.
Coming
Yeah,
out
they're
from
so ready
Calm.
because it's
And
pretty
that's
much
now
how
spiked
most
down.
teams handle the shot ult. They try and plant above it.
An answer to everything right now for Leviatán. Right here.
See the spams on here as well.
They have to go to no man's land to get this.
There's no way he gets out. I was going to say, nicely handled from King. Gets the shorty out and just sprays it through.
Blues here for Leviatán. Outlaw knowing it's a lower buy. The cape out of the bottom.
Crazy angle for the shock. They would have done it, I think, just prepped from this ult. I'm telling you, most teams in practice, when you do this ult, will just try and plant up here.
Almost he wanted to upgrade the Outlaw to the Bucky.
Especially when it's like a alarm bot, or normally what teams used to do was like a turret here. You would then do this. You would then do this ult, and then they would just try and like rush the plant basically.
King. On the rafters?
Instead of just canceling.
Oh, that's so cool. Easy entry for the team. They don't have to worry about being covered. You can go out either side of the smoke, but also look below. Really cheeky
5
stuff
ults.
there. 5 ults ready here for Loud.
Surely this gets around.
Right? Gotta be around. Right?
Insta server ult. If this tags, it's normally an ult.
And that's the reckoning.
Oh, and they're all in the same place.
Yeah,
I don't think he can go aggro against the server ult here.
Get her there, dropping 3, and that's the spike once again.
Always where you least expect him. Pushed up in the middle of the war zone.
How it's easy to lurk up though. Lockdown available, not yet needed for less. They'll engage her right away. Tex trying to push forward. He knows here that the players are just around the corner. He could break it, but this was forced to swing. There is that break of the lockdown, and here's both sets of footsteps. Gives him a chance to reset. 12 bullets in the chamber. Looking back on the first swing.
Yeah, it's a nice try though. He should be happy he got that extra ult out of them.
At pipes from Icebox. Loud still able to figure a way around that round. And
3 ults. It was a nice round from Council. Dude, it was a nice round from Icebox. Honestly, I thought they knew he was here because of the harbor ults that were splashing, but I guess they just thought it was the other 2 that ran away.
Has that option to slow it down, rethink the situation, and get a different idea going. Really nicely done there to slow it down.
Kind of funny off that replay that Penkata realizing he's caught with the kill fans. The only thing he could do as the last man standing against Icebox was Hadouken that paranoia. But that was the Hadouken that allowed Kawhi to start entering in and opening things up for Loud to save that round against Leviatán, who in this round still has another healthy buy. This time, no more outlaws for Icebox. It's an operator out, and they're looking for this
Lev setup. 4-1. One is a Killjoy, who is having an alarm bot so far back B, so I guess they have some kind of ult. And
the idea that they can protect it from the back, the mollies, the utility they have.
Either that or a read into this play from Loud
on this round, because they have all the space they need. But they're going to have to work with the lockdown coming in from Lev in just a second.
And all of them looking to flood back from the back of the spawn are Leviatán. The cove thrown out first, all this to protect the lockdown to start things off and push Loud away here at pipes.
So they pushed them far away. Mazino has is... Let's really need to get his mollies involved, but he's lurking. Yeah, Mazino has his cove, and I think they might have messed up a little bit, unless Les can get here in time.
But the turret's gonna spot him no matter what. So Icebox on top of the screens, easy pick. Now the turret drops down, but he is able to get the pick onto Icebox as he falls.
The fuse.
But you definitely do see the rest of the players of Loud just falling one by one like dominoes, and that the fuse will definitely come through. And Leviatán giving no chance for Loud to string some
when they
rounds
have the
in.
Killjoy ult like this, I don't think you can have your own Killjoy luck, and
getting in a position that was
especially against the Harbor. Kind of like Harbor or Sage, I don't think you can. Any other comp I'm in for it.
Goes all the way out towards Belt, and then you just see that high tide come up and close off the rest. Look at the walls. Look at they only have so many angles to look at now. You going as Loud, you have to peek out. You have to show yourself there, because you don't know where you can protect or trade with your teammate. It causes so much chaos. Lev's doing a great job of inserting that chaos into each one of Loud's strategies here, and it will cause Loud to call a timeout now.
When you're looking at the state of the game here, released from map 1, and something that the desk mentioned was it seems like Loud really had an answer onto how Icebox.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was some kind of read Matix. That like maybe with the KO they only go heavy over towards sites.
For some points on the side of Leviatán, actually even at the bottom of the scoreboard.
Every single KO, maybe they just
map number 1, but this time
don't even try and go middle.
Other than at the right spots to do a lot of damage onto Loud's attempt to get any type of map control. So some great reads coming out so far as well from both Icebox and King at the forefront to call these positions.
Oh, that look did not fill me with confidence.
We have Icebox. He pulls out, they opt now. Round 8 9, 6, and 1. Blaze Storm actually there for protection if he does get himself into a crazy spot. I was gonna say, is he pushing down
potentially? Yeah.
Tube with the op? All right. I mean he's got protection there from Com a little bit, as much as you'll get from the dart and the Vandal.
And the high tide that they could throw through.
True. Yeah, the protection there is good.
B.
Yeah, Mazzino just set up towards mid, so they have a lot of protection for this operator walk down.
Okay, change up on this one.
All right, Icebox.
Switch of the Killjoy over towards A.
Too, so no recon.
Viper with the one-way, I think, over towards B.
To set up 2 players to fight through the smoke of days.
They're expecting to see a turret here.
Loud, but nobody through, so now Icebox can be anchored and cut the rotates, and that's exactly where Loud
and Com
after picking up this
recon early to clear this.
Dart and drone
I mean, Icebox is too
area, just so they can know it's not a push again from Lev. It's not going to be something crazy, but it already is map control in mid from Icebox.
Holding a tight angle, that's spiked down once again, and no utility here to give a chance for a double initiator util to get some scans towards this A site, giving a chance now for Tex to be out in the open, to convert onto a kill onto Kawadzin.
I feel like they're just reading what Loud wants to do here.
Hey, yeah, they got really good setups though.
Simple shots here.
I love the setups of them.
All right, spikes planted. That high tide goes down. Getting ready now for the retake. All 5 members here as we watch Com get ready with the dart.
Definitely some saving grace now for Loud as they get the plant down. That's 300 credits across the board for the next round, on top of the bonus that we get from losing, unless... Yeah. Yep.
1, 2, 3. As they found one of them, they found all of them, honestly. That's going to be a 6-2 here for Leviatán, and this is Lev's map. Last one was, Lotus was Loud's map, and we kind of saw how Loud felt comfortable on it here. It just looks like they cannot get a footing against Leviatán on this. Icebox is starting to get, I mean, heated up. He's going red hot already.
I think they do. I mean, we even did a good amount of liquid, but I know other teams weren't really doing much of that.
And Loud hasn't even seen most of that yet. I don't think so.
So I imagine so.
We'll see what he can come up with here for the next round as we get into
especially
round
like
9.
the franchise teams.
Still available. Well, Reckoning is on board here, just on deck rather, for Loud. They might be able to use that.
And that timeout is to try to see if they could take down here Leviatán on a B control attempt. And that's a high tide to start that goes across.
They got 3 people here to fight this as well.
Not too sure here if they're going to be able to spot Mazzino that's hiding in that cubby. Even stays outside of the radius of the KO knife. But they're
going to rotate as the knife hits so many of them. I don't know if it hit 3 or 2.
Where Les was able to move up here towards L.
Icebox is going to be here early.
Maybe even gets a little bit of audio.
X is a nice change-up of his alarm bot.
Team what he's hearing.
This corner to this.
As they are getting prepared here.
Went to shock the alarm bot.
Quick for the info they have.
Actually on the left.
Get it on the fly and just hit the protocol they have ready.
To Tex popping the mollies before the shock was going to hit as well.
Just trying to run that timer down of the high tide to give a chance for Leviatán to potentially get a surprise attack. But Kawadzin,
maybe a misstep
off the support of that reckoning of
everyone else playing off site.
That first pick onto Tex who falls. Con now dropping inside, that's definitely going to get
they're kind of using their oh boy, yeah, definitely a huge misstep.
He's able to get that lurk if he wants to, but Kawadzin once again anchoring towards this A site. There's that lurk finally from Penkata. The blade storm goal from Icebox now left on a 1 versus 2.
Don't steal this from them.
Clutch this against the whole remaining roster of Loud.
Yeah, they need this.
Once again. Pre-fired shots off the dagger, but it's definitely looking like it's going to be a round out for Loud. He did spot the legs, the cape of Tui's of both less. But you definitely see it right now. Round converted for Loud on the attack.
Loud slightly identifying there the retakes from Lev, very heavily focused coming from the Raptor.
Yeah, just a small
area.
mishap from Tex playing over towards site when the rest of his team wanted to leave.
I think the first few rounds we saw from Loud,
Alright, goes down middle, don't have the alarm bot for right side, and push out.
They're like, okay, you did it, come on, get out now. It's like planning B on Haven. This time they're in the site, they're forward, they're pushing in, and they're not.
Opinions on Omen on this map? Yeah, I like the Omen stuff. I think there's a lot of good stuff that the Omen does.
We're still getting this
FPX has some cool stuff. I really like on the fence, like this one way here.
Just to make sure garage
I prefer it with a Viper. Like I think the actual lockdown that you do with the double smokes of the one way here and the one way where the Viper smoke is now. In that wrecks most teams.
And because of that, no opportunity for Icebox to break the knife, so now he's hit by the KO knife. No dash to fall back. Remember last time he was trying to fall back, he actually got spammed. But there's a gap now for him to hold that angle, despite King dying first. Push back from Leviatán. Towards the middle, no lurk activated for Loud.
I'm pretty sure there's just a wall there constantly. How did Mizzino get this kill?
Oh my god. Surprised to see all the Vandal gamers with this much spamming Vans. Crazy stuff here. High Tide finally goes down. And we get these angles back for Icebox, but man, Loud.
And they're cutting sounds like they rotated off. How long do LEV stick this one out?
Good. Try to hit this so far. Cove in for plant.
Someone uses recon.
Possibility. This knife can tell them where a few are if they can get a good shot on it, but I don't think you got to line up from that spot.
Just a waiting game. There's now the High Tide.
Yeah,
both of them being prepped up here.
Comes recon through this wall is going to be everything, right? There's shocks as well.
30 seconds left.
Lands now on the top of B. Does activate and find information on the two players, but Tex is still able to get that pick from the back of the side onto Penkata. A 10th of a plant. You mentioned that Cove. The pop flash across, but Tex is still ready.
There's no way, man.
In the round.
He went inside it as that went off.
Disgusting.
Dude, Tex is hitting some shots, yeah. Give me this replay.
Icebox still with the operator as they continue to protect that. It's kind of an all cost here, right? King's just like running around. Icebox like, sorry man, I can't do anything for you in this situation. And this push mid to regain control of the map. Now more than once that mid control has paid off heavily for Leviatán. We saw Icebox get pushed up there and then a double team coming in from Leviatán. They're working the map so well right now, just shoveling Loud into whatever position Lev wants to be in.
13-5 Tex, man.
Here. We talked about that lockdown, but Reckoning is also available here for Leviatán to make it.
He's definitely hitting his peak individually. He actually had a really good Shanghai as well. Like, he actually looked like their best player in Shanghai, in my opinion.
And Kawadzine, of course, the range will now help against Icebox with the classic will. Now he moves in, lockdown activated on the defense. Penkata on the top of pipes, a jump spot from Mizzino. Now they know, at least for Leviatán, there's going to be a late lurk once again. Reckoning forced out on top of the lockdown, pushing everybody back towards A main. And here's the important
boy,
fight.
does...
Because of that jump spot, though, at least Mizzino has fallen
check
towards
above.
the A site. This gives a chance now for King to get that kill under pipes.
You never heard him fall.
3v5.
It was right there after the shots.
3v3.
Another one to clear this, and Loud has to rethink the round once again. Just under a minute left. Initiator utilities there. It's exactly what you want to get into a site and to go B.
Right?
They could be able to cove this.
Got that ahead.
God, the shots at the moment.
But it was jiggling across, and I think they found
That's the fastest 3v5 into a 3v2 I've seen.
Tui's has the operator. Sadak was the first one to pick it up, and
it was like a little bit. It wasn't like trades or anything.
By a beautiful snake bite thrown by King. 26 HP left now for the IGL of Loud. Plant finally comes down, sprayed down to 10. And there's the information on both. Wallbang on
it's so done, man. They can't convert this one.
From Calm, and he's gonna have to hold this with a knock. Misses the first shot. A rare miss coming out from Tui's, and now Calm could commit for the full defuse. And maybe Tui's just trying to stay alive here with the operator. Jumps up, greedy by Tex. And that's Leviatán with 8 rounds of Icebox.
Man, this is almost comical what Lev is doing here. Loud. It looks like they have the right play. Plant's going down. Wait, Viper's bite out of nowhere. Here's a molly. And then they get the plant down, and you saw Sadak just kind of stay. He's like, okay, yeah, you got me. He almost didn't even move. He just smiled at the drone and knew he was going to go down. They're just being
hitting so many shots.
Unwinnable positions that Leviatán is creating. And they're doing it almost every round. They've only given 3 now. Or let 3, I should say, go. As they look to grab maybe even a 9th here. Feeling confident, feeling the momentum on the first half. 15-5 from Tex. Top fragging with Calm last game. Still feeling good in the second game of the series here.
Hey, the overwhelm's good. And the Omen ult sticks to ult.
First blood for King. Penkata, you saw the TP towards the back. Quick ADS right in the dome of Tex. 2-player advantage now for Loud. Spike comes down and it gets planted towards B. Mizzino trying to stay alive, and that's a swing from Sadak on the top of the ropes. Icebox
3v4.
going for the dash after getting the pick onto Penkata, and he's left alone.
Good position, Spike down.
3.
Impossible
but this
clutch.
time has to commit. Last round now of the half. Palm Flash forces him to throw out a cloud burst, so that gives his position away. And Les is just ready. Great spots for Loud on the post plant. Icebox, first contact on the top of the bridge. Tries to swing against
That's a nice shot, though.
But Loud able to salvage the last round.
8-4, and that
I mean,
4 is
it's
actually
just
a
an
big
attack
one for
side of
Loud.
map.
They go towards
Got
B
8.
with a heavy first round focus, first half focus towards A. But they do find that B worked for them in the end once they start clearing the garage area and getting that initial push on
I missed a couple of subs. Hold up.
Still, great half
Freezing
by
in
Lev.
June. I think I said you junior PvP as well. And oh wait, maybe I said oh wait. I'm not sure. Either way, I appreciate you.
After the break.
Welcome back, everyone. Leviatán currently up in this map. Icebox, a strong map for them that we knew going into it. But now we're flipping sides here, and overall, I would say Leviatán.
Estiferios, thank you with the 40. Sorry, thank you with the Prime, man. I can't say your name, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for using your Prime on me.
Trying to get late into these sites, but I think Lev do a really good job on this map in particular of finding the right timings to pull back, set up for that flood retake, and absolutely annihilate in these lanes.
And look at how they have to navigate against the harbor wall.
Ejaculator as well with the Prime. Thank you for the 3 months. Read that one.
But Leviatán
Thank you for your Prime.
Clearing the right side as they go back into sight, clearing away the left as well. And then Loud are sort of stuck coming back into their own angles. They use a great job of using the harbor wall too to isolate those angles and make it very easy to take those fights one.
Did I say that one? I mean, it was more the fact that I knew that I could pronounce it.
This map has continued to be the home ground. I think their defensive side has always been super strong. But what's scary here for Loud is that this loss would mean a guaranteed out for playoffs, guaranteed not even making it to champions.
That's right. You got only a few more rounds if you're Leviatán to secure that top 2 placement in the stage going into playoffs. But Loud need to find a way to survive. Let's send it back over to the casters.
The pressure continues to rise now for Loud, where we know with this championship-built team, the ideas that they have now behind this roster definitely has what it takes against this adversity to potentially bring this across the line to a 3rd map. But Leviatán have other things to say.
The double.
With how the reads have been since this 2nd map here of Icebox, it's
kind of scary when they both got like what 15, 16 kills each or something.
Towards the end, as now on the attack side, Leviatán looking for this early B control, and there's walls on walls just to keep these players isolated on yellow.
Yeah, double wall. I like that call from them. As Loud is
double wall pressure.
Who they
Wait
have
for
at site, though.
Then just double contact up with a sheriff.
Retake round, I think. A push already happening from Lev here, and they've avoided the util, but not less.
And by taking down less, they'll avoid the util at least.
Now they will.
Looks like Loud wants to fight very quickly. Early util being thrown out, denies.
Yeah, can they delay enough?
Now all of the players
I mean, the delay is so big that they're going all the way back over towards B. And at one point, Loud are going to be like, hold up, why the hell have they not planted?
To lurk around. Players are watching it passively. Looks like they're ready for it, though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's, yeah, that's why they haven't planted.
There on the stabs. Now we'll see if Lev
worked it out.
Waiting to move that spike back over as
Rotates
Icebox
good.
just holds to now
Expect
put the same
the
lurk
double
King
luck.
just had. Or less, rather, just had on the map.
The plant in the open, so if they do get towards orange,
King
they
here
can.
that got picked off, and he'll call that plant towards that B side, and Icebox who's trying to get that lurk. He's ready. And greeted by Tui's. Meanwhile, though, the fights are going down towards the B site.
Oh, do they not come where
Actually, it's just a tap for Sadak. So all the noise will be heard by Calm.
Last player standing.
He now stands alone on a 1 versus 2, but could just fight.
Oh no. Oh no. There's no way they won this one.
But he wasted enough time, forcing out Tuis to make so much noise.
He insta swing off the first tap.
Sheriff's in his hand. Tap on that spike. Tuis.
He might have done that. They had no time on this.
There's already been so much time wasted there. Pistol round for Leviatán.
Nicely done.
Yeah, handled it really early. I thought he was going to swing early to try catch him off. They lost it. Troy 473 with the prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you so much.
And honestly, this was one of the lurkiest pistol rounds I think we've seen. We had a lurk and then a lurk, a re-lurk. Yeah, that got pretty lurky. All right, a clutch there. Nicely done. Let's see who's on top of the scoreboard here as we get into our second round.
Loud are eliminated.
Those 11 fans are ready to see that result.
Yeah, done.
Loud need to lock in here and get themselves some more rounds. A fast push forward. And it looks like already pipes control here for Leviatán. Oh my gosh.
The timing on that one too. Les was looking at the window of the A nest all along, and as he turns away, it's Icebox that spots him and gets the kill through the cascade. Advantage for Leviatán. An attempt to swing again.
One down.
And that's Sadak alone.
Plant the spike.
No double swing on a 3-2-1, and definitely knows that Kawazin's there too.
And Lev ready for the lurk. They have somebody all the way at the backside of spawn as Icebox is doing
incredible
work insight. I think that's one of the biggest things we have to re-recognize or again look at for Lev is how much Icebox is given this space with utility, how much he's getting from the team to be facilitated to get these kills and move forward in safe positions. It's incredible.
And how good he is just at shooting heads.
Exactly. You have to be the one to shoot once you get up there if you get all that util, and man, does he produce results.
You can hear it. The crowd just wants another iBuyPower PC. But Loud, looks like they're just looking to die to spike, and that's going to be no ace as Tex picks up that kill towards the back. Consolation at least, or 4K for Icebox.
Yeah, even a dart there at the end too.
Fast,
it's never
fast buy for Loud. See how many they can get in a row.
Else there along with it. He's the one who gets to have his cake and eat it too. It's crazy. 20-9 for Icebox right now. Again, Tex still having an amazing series there as they just continue to be some Bash Brothers at the top of the list. And I think we
that's such a savage replay.
At Shanghai as well.
Really went for the 4 deaths.
Just how well they continue, or how well
his Prius is having fun.
Icebox and Tex played A site in anchoring. Rather. All right, they go towards B.
I mean, the knife got a lot of info. That's 3 players now pinged out. And Lau will know both the potential lurks from Leviatán are towards middle and A site. But the early knife that comes out, knowing that it's a bonus round from Leviatán, they might want to commit into this with the lower weapons to just fight back towards yellow. And that's where Loud is choosing to attempt their first stand. 3 players grouped up in that area. Let's just work in that map. Looks like that shot missed here from Tex. No Marshall shots coming through as Icebox dies towards that B site.
Bankala.
We're just trying to stay quiet across, and there you go. Any type of alert that you're trying to do here
way
for Leviatán on both extremities, both got denied. Last 3 players committed to fight towards this A site where, again, you have better weaponry for Loud.
We just saw the 0 point as well, used over here by the side of Loud, so they're just trying to clear space and get an idea.
As I say better weaponry for Loud, there's still some good rifles in the hands of Leviatán. Mazzino finding the timing behind. Unfortunately, his teammate falls, so he's going to have to go in a clutch. There's that first pick, but Sadak swings out to get the trade. Loud's able to convert here the gun round.
1 armor, double gun rebuy.
That's slow. Still touch and go, right? Lev's taking a round right now, and Lev just tear that round away from Loud. Loud get around, and it feels like they're tempered in the things that they're doing.
30 seconds.
I'm not too confident that that's going to be the right play.
Alon?
Here, good hold on A. Good call around this one, though.
I mean, it's not a comp thing.
We see a little bit of life from that defensive side here from Loud on that bonus. So let's see if they can keep it going.
I mean, we'll never know. They made it convincing enough.
Reckoning is up.
If that is the case.
And Loud are actually going to stack towards A. keep an eye on that for the rest of the rounds to see if they actually change this towards B. They're pretty in sight and not able to trade each other right now, though. Just looking at Loud spots. Oh, that was close. It's interesting. I kind of wanted Lev to hit it to see what Loud's defense there was. They seem very, very confident in playing forward in the site, which is unusual. We see a lot of Loud retake.
Paw Flash always ready here from Sadak.
That's true.
By screens on that aggression that could come out now from Leviatán. And now the Owl drone does spot the Viper, but not too sure if it actually did see Mazzino in that corner tucked up. But Leviatán still doesn't want to continue to try to sell some sort of fake here towards this B side. They're working and grouping together towards Garage, where 2E's is pretty much at one and done.
2E's just so dead.
Com still has Owl drone.
Relax.
Jiggles out.
Relax for your team.
Cannot have the Owl drone anymore. But you're definitely seeing Leviatán looking to trade it instantly back towards
30 seconds left.
the B side to avenge his teammate. Avenge their teammate, rather, as the Reckoning now puts 2E's just jumping around towards the site. Forced to give that away.
2E's getting out of there.
Plant will now come down from Mazzino under the cove.
Oh. Very chipped down for Lev here. It's going to be tough if they try to play this one out in the open and Loud. Like we said, the retakes are where they come in strong.
Always good on those retakes.
Yeah, this should be relatively.
I mean, if they don't have a
Reese has the cove as well.
In 10 and as a group to fight back now against the post plant. Leviatán, only 3 players make that 2, and one of them heavily wounded is Mazzino. There's that wide swing first before they actually break the dome. And now it's halfway. It disappears. Tex gets a second kill. Quite the swing.
Yeah, got a little bit closer than I thought it might.
And Loud manages to survive in that round.
4 away from
2
tying
people
this
that have
one
to
up.
eco
Loud
right
are gonna
now.
grab a bit of that momentum now.
Yeah, Loud looking
Feel
alright.
good with the ultimates that they have. Pancada's
Are they gonna force? Surely not.
It's
low
almost
buy.
just with the team to initiate into the site. If you see Sadak or whoever 2E's in the site, get yourself in there with Pancada. You have another person. You've kind of covered the map with that from the Shadows ultimate.
Will they have
We'll
knives, or it's just one person has to take the hit?
Do it once again.
Yeah.
Don't see any operators coming out on the map just yet. It seems like Loud wants to keep it to rifles so they can keep the retakes fast. And
the knives you're talking about?
Even faster with the knives.
And initiating that one with the Blade Storm on the first blood. Weapon upgraded as well. Dash across, just trying to catch another one. No avail. Players now forced back from Loud just to play the retake. There's Elise Coetzine still trying to anchor under the heavens. And there's the backstab attempt, misses the daggers. And
No way.
completes the
He's
kill.
still alive.
King with the rest of his teammates pushing forward, fighting back against Loud. A 3 versus 2. Wounded as Sadak. Fallen has
Wait, does it
Sadak
the
gone.
harbor
And
into this?
Mazzino picks up the last kill, and they answered very quickly off the back of Icebox's entry.
It was a harbor into it.
That was crazy. The
Yeah, what
retake
the-
speed from Loud, the
Yeah,
reaction
I mean that
from
was nice from
Leviatán.
Icebox.
All
Even
of
though
that
he
was a bit of
went
mayhem, and it
down like the
started off
first
with
kill and the
Icebox,
amount of actual space
drawing
he
a
got was
beautiful
really
picture
good.
of Coenzine in the corner
He
with the
distracted
Blade
for everyone to go right side of sight and win the
some
round.
shots here. Oh my word. Just the back and forth. I mean, look how fast Lev is trying to put themselves in the back of the site. Just get in Loud's face so they can't get themselves in the site that easily. It looks like they might do it again right towards A. Almost everybody on that belt side to start off here.
Especially with the economy that Loud currently has. They understand here that they could add that pressure. But with the Guardians ringing across the side on the defensive side, shot by Sadak. Leviatán now knows that this is a force fly coming through. Aldrone, no punishment, but at least they get the punish on the Coetzine. Both players falling back, another ping coming through. And that's King trying to find the opener. 2 players swinging out from the back of the dice.
Hard
And that drops Sadak.
to play a
Caught
site
in
without the
no
Viper
command.
wall, really.
At least he'll be a Cypher camera temporarily to see how many players are working towards the back of the site. We'll only identify Calm for now. Under the rafters. Cascade blocking vision to give an opportunity for Loud to catch players off the rotate, trying to fall back here as the spikes planted for Leviatán, and you can definitely see it here. Chances are not for the side of Loud. Only a share for 2E's. Vandal for less, trying to do some damage, and they lose that rifle in the process. And Leviatán are looking well positioned. Now positioned at map and series point.
Six.
Yeah, never
Six
letting
chances.
up fans.
Loud.
Even if they had a blip in a round,
like they're gonna miss out on champs.
And they have just put the pressure on Loud constantly in these rounds. Loud's gonna go ahead and call a timeout here as we get back into this replay. So they'll be discussing what they can do next, but just continuously pushing through. And we kind of got to see what it looked like. That was a lower buy, but what Loud's trying to do in sight there, you know? They can cover each other a little bit. There's the flashes, there's the paranoias, but it still is mayhem. And it's almost like they're forced into this position to play chaotic because the retakes are almost too hard against Lev right now. We did see playing in sight with a lower buy work on Lotus. It's one of the reasons Loud was able to come back after the shoddy round. But this time, Lev's shots are hitting. The one and dones that Loud's trying to play are not one duns, they're just duns.
Firepower? That's actually very true, yeah.
Right now, Lev is absolutely a train on the tracks, and they are moving quick.
And that was a round where you mentioned overall when the utility was so good for Icebox. They got an owl drone ping, they got a recon dart ping, allowing this push forward now from Leviatán to just overtake the A site. Again, it's looking like a map of Icebox here that's controlled from A to Z. Defense to the attack in favor of Leviatán on their map pick. Loud thinks or thought that they had an answer so far against Leviatán by letting this map go through. And by going back to their tried and true of what they tried to
gotta get an orb.
in the past year of Icebox with no duelist.
Gonna see shock
can't
molly
find
or
the answer, unfortunately.
Oh no, they got
Off this
the
timeout,
early.
you see
They
here,
got the early ult, so
worse
they
for
need to do is
wear
drone
Loud.
it.
Only 2 Vandals. Trying to fight back with
He
aggression
plays
on
far
the
back
side
just in
while
case
the
they
rest
do
of
the knife.
Leviatán, if it ain't broke,
They
don't
far
fix
back.
it.
A little
Work
bit
that A
far
side
back.
again.
Keep it going.
Yeah, no
I think
knife
even if it
goes
does have a
close.
chip in it, you just super glue it and say it still works. It looks good, fans. It looks good. They're looking to make it 8-1 on the VCT America's record here. With
You know someone's on site though.
If
They
they
made
can
the
get by the
sounds.
lower by Loud here.
And 3 players scores Loud on B just to try to once again
And then
the
they
Hail
don't hear
Mary.
any of the
Hunter's Fury in the
sounds.
hands of Kawatzin. And that may be
Kill
able to
Joy
fight
ult
back against the lockdown
about
available
to
for
happen.
Leviatán on the
Got
post
Sova ult to break the Killjoy ult. Got the Sova ult to kill the Sova, breaking the Killjoy ult.
Hunter's Fury that's about to come out. One to break the lockdown on the defensive side. It gets broken. And the one on the attack trying to get some kills, but it works out in the favor of Loud. Trying to stay alive in this game, they'll be able to do so. Lockdown available on the defensive side, but it's a 4-on-2 in favor of Loud. Icebox still holding his ground at the generator. 2 more kills needed. Dashes away as the spike is still ticking. Off towards the A site. Smokes dissipate. There's that 3rd one. 1 more kill to go. As less.
Oh my god.
4K, and Leviatán
He's so
wins
insanely
and
good.
clinches top 2 seed in the Americas playoffs.
He is so insanely good. He really is.
And in a fashion that teams better be watching. Really nice, consistent